Hello and happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time zone. And here on this show, I'm talking all about success. What really is success in all our different places in the world or in different cultures? I just would like to really tell you and share with you my latest trip that I done in different countries in eastern eastern part of Russia and former Soviet Union countries. And so, what is success? So, here on this show, I'm trying to redefine success from that traditional limited way of looking at success only as a way of obtaining roles, positions, and accumulate some wealth. So here I'm sharing with you all different states of success that we as a human beings can experience without being force ourselves to do something that we don't like or to do something that other people thinking that we need to do for our success. So for the last 6 weeks, I've been traveling in different parts of Russia and former Soviet Union countries. And today, I would like to share with you my experience of visiting Central Asia. So Central Asia is a number of countries like Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, all of these countries. So I visited Uzbekistan and I was in 3 cities there. Number one was Bukhara. That's the city that has 3,000 years of history. There's a Samarkand and Tashkent, which is a capital of this country. So I really never been visiting a heart of the Central Asia, and it was really interesting and amazing trip for me because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to look at in terms of the perception that I always held in my mind that these deep Asian countries, they all have this, they base their religion on Islam, and as you know, we in Western countries are kind of indoctrinated with the concept that Islam is something that is having the negative connotation. So I really would like to share with you very different view on how these people are living, what their values and how they live their everyday life. Like you and me, people, they are so friendly. They are so amazingly united within their own cultural values, within their own modern desire to actually unite and have peace. And also, they so eager to learn about better services, to learn about technologies, to learn about new modern technological advances, but at the same time, they would like to do it in their own terms. They would like to keep their generational traditional views on the family, on the older people, on children, on the community, and they still practicing and they still living in some parts of Uzbekistan. They still living within the boundaries of their traditional values, traditional generational values, cultural, religious values, and also they implementing and they welcoming the benefits of the modern developments, the modern technological advances, and also the modern scientific discoveries and all their lives that we think that we are advanced in. So I guess that there is a statement that I would like to tell you is that, the Asian cultures and traditions are really still keeping their traditional values and looking to implement the benefits of this the Western developments. And we at the Western countries are kind of losing our traditional ties and generational cultural values, and we fully on to implement this modern advancement of the technologies. So I think personally myself is that it is so wise if we could look at all of this a little bit different and just see how we can combine the generational, traditional, cultural, religious, and all the values that are still so alive in the Asia, in the Central Asia, in countries like Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, all of these countries, they are still holding so dearly into their traditional family values and traditional values, and also wishing to implement the benefits of our technological advances. So what was amazing for me to see was not only the architectural Islamic setup of 3,000 years old building and mosques and all of the very old cultural architectural setup, but also how the modern Uzbekistan people are living their everyday lives and how they actually choose between the unlimited choices that they have in their life. They choose whatever they resonating with. And what I was showing in many cases that in Uzbekistan, there's a lot of people that living in communal setup. There's a very united communities formed. Also, the architecture and the way they build their houses are supporting that cultural, that communal unity. And it's this kind of settlements have a name. The name is Mahala. So the Mahala is the settlement of let's say 100 families, 150 people that living in that communal setting. So it means that they have their own butcher, they have their own fruit person, they have their own hairdresser, they have their own masseuse, and they have their own professional services within the communal setup. And what also was most amazing for me to realize and learn that all the people in these settlements are so safe because they are passing on the wisdoms on the younger generation. So it's so safe in that settlements to leave children, let's say, with the older ones. And also all the people don't need to worry about not being able to serve them their everyday life anymore, because the whole community is having honor to look after these older people. So most of the time, if this family having any kind of event, let's say birthday party, or if they have some wedding, if they have some sort of celebration, they would have the first plate always goes to the older people of the settlement. On everyday basis, every household, when they cook, they have first plate to deliver to these older people. Isn't that is something that we all want to see in our lives? Isn't that we all lost in our Western cultures, that we kind of feel separated from our older generation? We feel separated, and only one generation of our children and grandchildren, we feel separation between this only one or two generations. In Uzbekistan, this is not really an issue because they keep living in this communal settlement, and they have everything enclosed and everything serving that particular community. The children in Uzbekistan is priority. They are looked after by the family, by the community, by all of these values, and they also involve the older people into the sharing with younger generation all of the traditions, values, the cultural, the religious, the all of this richness of the life that this region is holding, right? So it was so amazing to see the hospitality, the kindness, the open-heartedness, heartedness of these people. They are amazing family people. They are amazingly holding to the values of the family and values of the unity of this communal living. So, and also alongside with this, there's also a modern way of living. Younger generation have right to choose what they would like to live or how they would like to live. They can live in this settlements of the communal mahala, or they can choose to learn, educate themselves, go into the corporate world. And but what was amazingly to observe and feel how all of these people are so eager to learn. This is one of the traits and qualities that I've seen among most of the societal groups in Uzbekistan. Another another reality that was really amazing for me to observe was that a lot of young people in Uzbekistan keep Russian language going on. They speak Russian with their children. I know Uzbekistan used to be a part of Soviet Union, and there's a lot of influence of the Russian culture is still there, but at the same time, the identity of Uzbekistan is presented very strong. Most of the people speak a number of languages there because it is such an old culture. It's 3,000 years old culture that was created back when there was a Silk Road from the Asia into the Mediterranean, and that Silk Road was passing through Uzbekistan, and there's a number of languages that people are still speaking, and Russian is the main officially recognized language. There's a Farsi, there's Dali, there's Uzbekistan language, there's Afghanistani, there's Turkish language, many different languages, and all the groups are living in harmony with each other. They support each other development, and they value in their richness in history and culture and religion. So I didn't see any of the aggressiveness or any confrontations with different view of life. This nation is so open for the visitors to come and visit their country. They so open to share their own rich cultural heritage with all the visitors and tourists. And also, what is amazing is that this country is now using the modern technological advances into building the new architectural complexes. For example, in Samarkand is another very old city of Uzbekistan. They built it very quickly. I think it was only taking them about 3 years to build amazing complex of five-star hotels with a park surrounding this place. I think it is on a 250 hectares of land, and it's amazing. It reminds me almost like a mini Dubai. So the development of this country is so high and it's so effective, quick, and the desire to learn is so amazing. So the last um, uh, uh, gathering of the leaders of the world was happening in one of these places in business centers of the Samarkand. So this is an amazing place to visit, and I'm sure I would like to visit Uzbekistan second time possibly. But of course, once you visit some place, you have an idea what this place is about, and it is an amazing experience that really opened up my own personal perception of the world of Asia, the world of Islam, the world of people that live there on the ground, and how they live in everyday life. So I really invite you to open up your heart and have a train and practice your logical and critical thinking about what information we receiving from our mainstream channels, and how the Islam is portrayed in a way that it makes us feel unsafe around this kind of countries. This is all really big untruths, and really is an informational terror that we are all experiencing right now. And all of these places that hold in this very old historical heritage, they are set up amazingly, and everything has the meaning, from the dresses they wear to the way they sit in, to the way they hold in themselves, to the way they speak, and to the way they hold their own state. So this is just one little bit that I share today. There is a little bit more I would like to share with you next time, a little bit more intimate kind of cultural involvement, cultural traits that this part of the world is still practicing, which is amazing, about their colors, about their patterns, about their dresses, about their rights of for women attract men, how they communicate about what family they would like to have and how they would like to live. And all of this stuff is really fascinating. And I would like to finish today by just saying that the truth is limited by only that truth. The lie is having unlimited space. So it's all up to us if we are seeing that one truth, or we buying into unlimited lies that we all have around us in the form of our media channels, about social media, about all of these informational channels. So please just feel into yourself, feel into your intuition, because we can sense where is the truth and where is the lie. And that way we can hold our own sovereign state, our own free will that based only on truth. We can really exercise our free will if we are holding on and reacting emotionally, attaching to all the lies that are unlimited. Thank you so much, and I'll come back to you next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Again, here to share with you some other amazing stuff that I've been experiencing while I was traveling. And thank you so much for being here with me.